Hello, and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be Joe's Punishment Retro Review for NXT Takeover London 2015. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
NXT Takeover London took place on December 16th, 2015 from the Wembley Arena in London, England. Commentators were Rich Bryan, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxon. Takeover is going outside the U.S. for the first time as the show hits England. This, on paper, it's probably not the most stacked card in the world, but almost all the matches could went either way at the time. And the main event, Finn Balor defending the NXT title against Samoa Joe, while Bayley defends the Women's title against the Monster Nia Jax. As is the custom, we open with Triple H as is the custom at the time. We open with Triple H in the ring, saying the beat he took on Sunday night from Roman at TLC was one of the worst he's ever had, but he would have had to be dead and not be here tonight. So this is your brand, this is your time, because we are NXT. The open video recaps all the matches on the card in rapid fashion. Kick things over with Asuka versus Emma. Asuka was liking Asuka's going to kill the chance, and she was moving about double Emma's speed. Emma's hand lock goes nowhere with Asuka quickly spinning out of it over and over. A Fujiwara armbar has Emma in trouble, but she gets her foot on the ropes. Emma tries to bail to the floor, but takes the run hip attack that is actually not called a rear view from the apron. This is why Rich Bryan got fired. He said Asuka's just having fun out there. So they were letting that crowd creep into NXT commentary at the time. That wasn't happening. Yeah. Dana gets in distraction so Emma can pound away a bit. Closes the face to cheer for Asuka more. Emma pulls on both arms with her feet on Asuka's shoulders before trying to full Nelson on the mat. And Dana was shouting, "Don't give up, Emma." A hard whip in the corner as Dana talking more trash. Asuka comes out with a quick middle rope dropkick. Emma tries his forms to the back that people use when they're desperate, but time Asuka's rapid strikes. Some spink back fist sets up for another right hip attack for two, but Emma grabs a quick dilemma and come back again. A butterfly suplex into the corner to Sue, and Emma rubs her face into the mat. Emma lives with the Emma lock, but takes too much time. He's countered to ankle lock. Asuka cranks over with a German suplex followed by a hard knee to the jaw. The Asuka lock goes on, Emma drives her in the corner for a ref bump. Dana throws in what looks like a belt, but Asuka grabs his referee gets up. That's almost a DQ, but Emma tries to roll, only to get caught in the Asuka lock. Dana distracts the referees. Emma attacks me. Asuka breaks the hold. That's time Asuka as she kicks Emma's head off for a pin. At 14:54. At the time, this was way better than I was expecting it to be. I had high hopes for it. I think this was Emma's best match ever.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. Mm-hmm. The women's match is, obviously going to continue to be a star-making performance, and this match is no exception. And I was actually shocked that Emma didn't get a title run this time. And actually, the second go around.
Yeah.
B+. We recap Enzo and Cass versus the Revival. Just got Dawson Nash Waller here. No. The Champs hurt. The Champs hurt Cassidy, so he and Enzo got serious for the first time ever. Valiant Revenge. The video truces like this is the right shot to titles. Tag titles, Enzo and Cass versus Revival. Dash and Dawson are defending obviously. Enzo says there will be pieces of he and Cass in his ring when this is over. The difference between them is that if Enzo had a pound for every time they got knocked down and yelled, he will have 0 pounds. Dawson and Dash debuted their old school brainbuster style jackets here. I was talking about how you doing chance. Dawson powers in the corner. Dash comes in and gets punched in the face. Before result of Cass to get Dash a corner being on his own. They hang outside for a bit, but Dash clothesline to post time safe. Back in, Cass starts stealing the arm as the fans chant, starts singing "Hey Jude." Dash gets further his partner was too early for the rocket launch, well, what they call a rocket launcher at the time. Which slowly became boom, boom, shakalaka.
Yeah.
Instead, Cass just picks Enzo up and first on the top takeout Dash Dawson and a huge crash. Enzo can barely get up and it's time to start an arm. Wilder puts him on the apron for some kicks and ribs, followed by a slingshot suplex. Tully Blanchard's whole finisher for 2. The Champ switched without a tag behind referee's back, meaning that he won't count cover of a gore buster on Anderson's old finisher. For that, Enzo grabs the team, makes outside Cass as everyone breaks down. The Easter crossing is still in Dawson with Dash making a save. A chop block takes out Cass's knee, and Dash grabs a leg lock. Enzo gets turned inside out, trying to make a save. A Cass goes over, makes service anyway. The Champs lay out the same move that took out Cass's knee in the first place. But Enzo makes a save. A big boot sets up the rocket launcher for a very hot 2 as Dawson pulled the referee out. Bill also goes after Carmella, which she slaps in the face to save herself. Enzo goes up, only to get caught in a super shatter machine for the pin at 14:58. This was an all match that was way better than I was expecting it. But a bit at the time of a surprise ending. At the time, they had me believe me they were going to change the titles here, but after that match, I was pretty sure Enzo and Cass would never get in the belts. So and then they come to the point where they had to send on to the main roster. So that was that. That wasn't until Mania, but still. There was a video on Nia Jax. We recapped Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin. Crews beat Corbin to become #1 contender, so Corbin broke up Crews' title shot. Apollo got far more aggressive, so helped the show down. Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. Corbin shoves him around the start, so Crews drives him right back across the ring, a nice power display. Apollo slugs away, but Corbin backdrops him under the rope and face first in his steps. Corbin shouts, "You should have stayed in Ring of Honor."
He's never been in Ring of Honor.
He didn't actually wrestle there, but it was a good line. The fans swear at Corbin as he gets two with a boot to the face. And his full package just seems to annoy Baron, so he bends Crews back over his knee. Spills out to the floor, and Crews actually gets the better of it. Sending Corbin hard into the barricade, followed by an apron moonsault. Back in, Corbin takes it down with a spin slam called, which the first time was called Deep 6 for 2R. Crews sends out Adam Days and kicks Baron in the head. Set up the same moonsault for 2 of his own. Back up, and Adam Days out of nowhere. Gives Baron the pin at 11:22. I didn't get into this one as I did the previous 2 matches, but by the time it was cool seeing Baron get a big win like that for a change because he was the resident monster.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that was going. I wasn't sure where that was going to leave Crews, and I was surprised to see him lose there. The match was good, but Crews was still having issues to connect him with the crowd, even there.
Yeah.
I assumed it was Corbin versus Finn coming out after that, but that didn't happen either. C+. Same video, Nia Jax says she's going to do the Bayley, what she's done to everyone else. Asuka interrupts and gives Nia the creepy smile. We were trying to build her Nia Jax, which was mostly about Bayley defying all expectations and proving she can hang with anyone. Nia is a whole different animal now. Literally, she got a lot worse. Women's title, Nia Jax versus Bayley. Bayley's defending, there's no even in sight. And it still amazes me how over Bayley was in NXT. And how she's still the most over woman in the company.
No.
Second.
Nope.
Third.
Nope.
Top 5.
No.
Top 10.
Oh, okay.
She was the biggest star in NXT at this point. And only Finn Balor was even close to her level at this point. Bayley ducks the clothesline star and fires off elbows in the corner. Only to get thrown out like a doll. We hit her early curve close to Nia, swinging Bayley around like she's nothing. Bayley gets down, kicks her in the face. Followed by back-to-back middle top rope elbows. Nia Sager shoves Bayley out of the air on the 3rd attempt. With nothing else working, Bayley tries to triangle choke of all things going to be lifted up for a powerbomb. Bayley fights out again, gets 2 with a swanton. With Nia launches her into the floor on the swanton, I thought. With Nia launches her into the floor on the kick out. 3 straight stone drops and a leg drop gets 2 and Jax is stunned. She throws Bayley around by the head and drops a leg on the arm. 3 more leg drops in the back of the head and uses 2. And Nia can't believe it, and Saxon says, well, just well. Nia puts her on top, and Bayley looks mostly dead. A Super Samoan drop is countered, a guillotine choke of all things, but she just slams Bayley down for a non-break. Bayley grabs it again, and Jax goes down to her back. She sits up with Bayley pulling as hard as she can for a tap out at 13:28. That was straight out Sting versus Vader, which is the biggest compliment you're ever going to hear out for Nia. With Bayley taking the worst beating of her career up to this point, but never quit him or bot. I didn't believe that we'll actually go with the guillotine for a finish right then, but it's always cool to see him chase things up, especially when a Bayley to belly will look pretty bad here. Another awesome match here on night of them, A-. We recap Finn Balor versus Joe. They won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Clash together, and Joe won a title shot. Balor was found out, but Commercial Real said it had to be in a Battle Royal. Joe didn't win and blamed Balor for not putting enough weight behind giving Joe the title shot. This sent Joe to edge and he choked Balor out a few times now. NXT title, Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Balor's defending, we get the full demon entrance of Balor's Jack the Ripper from the vignette. They were running for a few weeks at this point. Feeling out process starting, the fans were split. Balor sends him outside for a kick to the face, drop kick to the steps, the double stop from the apron, Miss Stunning plants him to release Rock Bomb. Back in corner, Zaguri gets 2, followed by a knee drop for the same. There's the face wash, but Balor down to Zaguri, which is way too common of a move nowadays, from the apron. His springboard's broken up though, and Joe does his 300-pound flying monster out of control, suicide dive. Same out again and back in. Joe pulls a bolts crab to crossface into a modified ring as if Saturn. Balor just hits full in the ropes for the save and spins over into DT for a breather. It's time for the chops from Finn, but he runs into the elbow. Joe goes up but takes it on his Zaguri to stand outside again. There's the big foot dive to the floor, followed by a top rope double stomp from 2 back inside. The Slim Blade has Joe reeled, but he sidesteps the dropkick and drops the backsplash. Balor counts the muscle buster into a sunset flip for 2, followed by a Pele, but puts both guys down. They slow out again, and Joe grabs the singing clutch, only to have Balor standing in the buckle. Another zero is blocked. Thank you, Joe. And Joe drags him by the throat. He can't get Balor on the mat with the clutch, though, and the champ rolls out and hits a quick double stomp. Another Sling Blade, so rolling drop kicks just tick Joe off. So Finn drop kicks him down one more time. Balor has to shove him off the top to stop the Kunde Gra to retain 18-20. This was the heavyweight slugfest everyone wanted to see from these two. They beat each other up for nearly 20 minutes and hadn't believing that the title was in jeopardy a few times. I wasn't sure what goes after Balor next. Joe. Well, there was a long list of people who could bail for a shot, which made things that much more interesting. Balor was checked out by a trainer for Pose intended shot. Rating for that match, A. Overall, A. Great night of wrestling matches. The worst match on the show was Corbin versus Cruz, and that was more than fine. Taker, obviously, to this day, continues to be one of the more entertaining shows the year at a time because they run this thing with NXT puts the effort. Coming to specials every week on TV. Awesome show here, and one of the show's cars, top to bottom, that I agree in a long time. With that being said, this might be on the weaker end of takeovers.
Yeah.
So, overall, so what were your grades?
Let me just lock my phone. I know I actually liked Asuka and Emma the best.
Oh.
Asuka and Emma I gave an A2.
Okay.
Enzo and Cass versus the Revival I gave a B2.
Alright, we got the same reader.
Apollo and Baron Corbin I gave a C-2.
Okay.
Nia and Bailey I gave a B. And Finn and Joe I gave an A-2.
Yeah.
And overall I gave the show an A-.
Oh. So there you go. Even with differences in grades, we're still coming around to similar.
Yeah. We still enjoyed the overall experience.
Up next, our 18th Q&A.
Alright. See you then.